What's up, guys? I'm Sean Larson, and I have some of the best proof in the industry that I get results with hot girls. And that proof is right here. Now, this is a girl that I pulled in New York City in the meatpacking district when I was just going out about, approaching girls. And this is a girl that I got from online dating apps. She is half Indonesian, half white. So, yeah, I met her
How
on the
many
dating
you grab?
apps and I got her from there.
Huh?
And here she is after we've already banged, just chilling with me at my apartment with her curvy big ass and everything, right? And I think here I was just like getting her a ride to go back home, whatever the fuck, right? So that's what's going on in this clip. And in the next clip here, that's coming up,
Does you? Huh? Yeah.
I'm here kissing this girl. She's
Come here.
Asian. She's an Asian girl, and I'm kissing her. And we
Get
go
me water.
to the kitchen, and I ask
the
her to
fridge.
get me a water. Just messing around, like whatever, I
Yeah.
just wanted to see if she'll, it's like a
Yeah.
compliance test. I want to see
me
if
the
she'll
water
do
from
what
the
I say.
fridge.
That builds investment
God, you
when
got
I
me
ask her to
water.
do something and she does it, and then I kiss her and reward her for doing that. Right. All right. I've noticed that a lot of people right now are struggling with like financial stuff. Like they're just like they don't have any money, and they're always complaining that they have to like go to work all the time, and like that they don't have money to like do stuff like while they're seeing all these people, all their friends on social media traveling. And I just wanted to say that I've been like a passport bro. I've been traveling. I've been a full-time digital nomad since the end of 2018. And basically, how I did that was by starting a consulting business. So what I was doing is that I was selling high ticket like high ticket services to consulting clients. So what does that mean exactly? Well, in this video, I'm gonna go over exactly how to escape the the fucking the grind, basically the matrix. How to escape the matrix, the cubicle or whatever. I mean, not really cubicle because now people are getting laid off like crazy in the tech sector and all these other jobs that are being disrupted by AI. So I'm gonna, like, what do they call it? It's called like it's like the hustle grind culture or whatever the fuck it is. Um, yeah, people want to like not be doing that anymore. They don't want to be like um, be like a cog in someone's system or like some fucking it's like wage slavery. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. They're tired of wage slaving all the time, and I think I can help with that because I got out of that at the end of 2018, and I've stayed out of it ever since then. And I haven't even been back to the U.S. except like for like a month, not even a month, a few days when I had to cross the border from like Mexico because I was like whatever, I was messing around in Mexico during the COVID thing because no one was like imposing anything on people over there in 2018. I mean 2021. 2021 to 2022, 2023, that's when I was like in Mexico. Um, so yeah, basically, I had to go to like Texas for like 2 days to be able to escape the fucking the U.S. again, and then I went to like Florida. I basically stayed in like Texas for like 2 days, then flew to like Miami, and then flew out. I went to like Colombia or some shit like that. Okay, so here's how to become a full time passport pro by starting a remote consulting business. Okay, so we're gonna discuss this. I'm not gonna go too in depth because that would take like hours and hours and hours. and I'll do that in a different thing. I'll do that actually in my course, which is called Ready Remote Bro. It shows you how to like escape the wage slavery and finally become like a passport bro or a digital nomad, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Like maybe some people don't like the word passport bro because it seems like you're paying for girls all over the place. You're not paying. Passport bro is just some guy who like goes and travels to meet women or abroad or whatever. It doesn't have to be like it's like because women overseas are like more feminine, so I prefer women overseas. Anyways, okay. So let's get back into this thing. How to become a full-time passport bro by starting a remote consulting business. Okay, so let's look at what I've been doing and why starting a remote consulting business is the best idea and why you shouldn't try to hustle your way up with like all these different other business ideas that are like, you know, where you're making like small sales. Like let's say you're selling like $100 a month, like widget or something like that. Like these really different business models that are just like they you have to like be really good and your margins have to be really good and then you have to like scale it up and all this other stuff with those business models. But the consulting business model is like 90% or even more, like 90% margins, 80% margins on this type of business. You know, you don't have to, there's not a lot of expenses to this style of business. Sure, there can be. I mean, if you're going to hire someone to do the work and all this other stuff, yes, there can be expenses, but still the margins are pretty good. So what we have here is $10,000 per month that I was making from only two clients. Okay, so $5,000 a month per client that I had in 2023. This is just one screenshot. Like I've been doing it since 2018. I will show you all the screenshots. Of course, this is just like one sample. So here I was making like $10,000 a month, and I was traveling in 2023. I was in Colombia during this time. I was in Colombia, Medellin, and where else did I go? Pereira. I went to Pereira, Colombia, and I went to Cali, Colombia. And then from there, I went to Brazil, or Sao Paulo. And then from Sao Paulo, I went to Florianopolis, or whatever. Florianopolis is like a really nice place. But it was kind of cold over there at that time because it was like the summertime. When it's summertime, like when it's like May, June, it starts to get really cold down there. It's like wintertime. So I went from there, I went to like the Philippines. I flew out there to the Philippines, and yeah, so the whole time I have not been returning to the U.S. I've just been going country to country on my U.S. passport, like every month, changing countries. Or like, if a certain country gives me 3 months visa free, then I'll stay there for like 3 months and then I'll leave, right? So certain countries you'll get 3 months visa free on a nice passport like the U.S. passport, and then like another country they might only let you stay 30 days. Another country like Brazil, actually right now they have the visa restriction. You have to have an e-visa that you have to pay $80, but they let you stay like 6 months or something, or maybe 3 months. Six, I don't remember exactly, but like it's like 3 months. I think it's like 90 days each time you visit. So yeah, every country has their own things, but like you can just travel from country to country nonstop as long as you have remote income, right? So this is the key that has allowed me to do so. And here's like a screenshot. This is like pictures from me in like the Philippines in like 2018 or 2019, actually 2019, the summertime. Um, I was making like whatever 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month or something. I had like two clients. I liked to keep it low, like only like two clients. I didn't want to like make it too many clients because then I have to have a lot more work, and then I have to like figure out how to like manage all that work, right? I have to figure out how to like do all this stuff. So I liked to keep, even though like it's not a lot of money. It's like $5,000 to $10,000 is not a lot of money. I liked it because it gave me time freedom. right? So that was the main thing. So that was the main thing. Um, so yeah, this is me right here. This is me um, at this volcano. It was like a tall volcano in the Philippines. That place is crazy because it's like a lake within a volcano that is within a lake. There's like a lake within a lake within a lake. It's like crazy. But yeah, that one erupted in like 2020 or something like that. Um, but yeah, this was us. I was there with some Filipino chick that I met through like an Asian Tinder app or something. It was called like Tan Tan or something. And this is her, and you can see she's kind of cute. Like she's like I would say she's like a 7. Um, she's like a 7 out of 10. Um, so here I am in like 2019 in Japan, and this is like sushi over here. I was eating at like a restaurant where it was like $50 to eat there, um, for like one meal. That was pretty cool. And here is like in Bangkok, I was staying at this like nice upper end like little apartment here. It's a condo basically. There's like a balcony. There's like this is the rooftop pool right here, and it looked pretty cool. And this was the girl that I hooked up with. She's like she's pretty hot. Like I would say I would rate her like a fucking like my friends in the group when I posted her, I was like they were like rating her like an 8 out of 10. Um, this is just like a dimly lit picture of her, but like she looks good. All right, so yeah, yeah, and this is the Filipino chick that we went to like the volcano together, and this was like after just hooking up with her once. So I was like bored and I just decided to go to this fucking place all of a sudden. I just like imagine doing that. Like imagine just out of the blue, just like traveling somewhere you want to go with a girl, right? That's what happens when you have freedom. Okay, so making enough money and while keeping your freedom is the key to this lifestyle. And here we are at the volcano again and all this other stuff. That's like a Filipino meal over there with the thing. And this is the fireworks. I was there in New Year's in Makati, Philippines, Manila, and the fireworks were right in front of my balcony. That was crazy, right? So, yeah. So, here's a business that I have. This is a consulting business, and here is what it did during that time when I was doing all that stupid stuff, just like messing around with girls and like, just fucking like hopping from country to country in Asia, right? This is how much it did, and I was making 5,000 a month, and I kept only one client happy for like fucking like 10 months or something, right? For 10 months, I just kept one client happy. The work was being done. I didn't have to hire anyone. It was like easy work to accomplish. You didn't have to do a lot of work to get it done. It was hard for them to do on their own because they didn't have the skill set. So this is consulting is about like monetizing a skill set that you have that someone needs to solve a problem in their business, and they will pay you hefty amount for it, right? So this is what I did. Okay, so um, and you can see here 2023 $10,000 a month. Um, so yeah, I like to keep it between 5,000 to 15,000 a month with 3 clients paying me 5,000 a month. Now you could do it differently. You could have like maybe 5 clients paying you $2,000 a month, or you could have like 3 clients paying you $4,000 a month, whatever, like $12,000. But you have to be solving a big problem for them to be paying you that much, right? So it has to be, but I wouldn't recommend solving a problem for a business that returns you less than $2,000 a month. So that's what I would recommend. So here's the 2 most important things that I learned from like a decade now of doing this constant full-time digital nomad, constant full-time passport bro lifestyle. 2 most important things is you want to start a remote consulting business. So it has to be remote and it has to be a consulting business. Um, if you think about it, most jobs these days, most jobs are the same as consulting businesses, except you are showing up there physically to the office, and you are spending 8 hours a day in an office when it's not really necessary to spend 8 hours a day doing that job, right? Most people just goof off at at their fucking cubicle or whatever the fuck where they spend their day, and the commute takes up time and all this like nonsense that's just not necessary, you know. So it's like if you're already doing jobs, then why don't you do a consulting arrangement agreement? It's all about making the sale, though. That's the thing that separates people who have to work versus people who can do a consulting business, which is like they can sell on the phone. So this is about being able to sell on the phone, being able to find a problem that needs to be solved. So so high ticket and recurring. It has to be high ticket and it has to be recurring. So high ticket is like greater than maybe $2,000. Greater than that has to be more than that. I chose $5,000 a month. Recurring means it recurs. It happens automatically every month. Okay, so it's on a recurring basis, like a subscription. Um, and at least you should charge at least $3,000 a month per client. You could do $2,000 a month per client as well, or at least $5,000 per one-time sale. So if it's a one-time sale and you're not charging like on a monthly basis, you should charge $5,000 per one-time sale, whatever it is. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's like, maybe it's some other thing where you're like going and doing something for them um, within their business that's like remote and online, right? So keep your expenses significantly below your monthly income. So this is important as well. What I learned when I was initially out there was like, in 2018, 2019, what I learned, I was spending a lot of money per month. Like, I was spending like nearly like 80%, or maybe, yeah, 80% of my income was like being spent. So I was like, when I lost the client, I had to hustle and come back um, really immediately. I wasn't able to have any coast. I wasn't able to coast, and so I had to like immediately like make it up, right? When you make $10,000 a month, you should only spend like maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a month. That's what I learned, because then you can have a cushion that you can like have like to flow, float from month to month while you're looking for the next client if you lose a client. So this is important. Keep your expenses significantly below your monthly expenses, monthly income. If you have $5,000 a month, keep your expenses lower than $2,000 a month. Um, so this, that's a smart way to do it. So if you want to spend $5,000 a month, you should have like $10,000 to $15,000 a month in income, remote monthly income. If you want to live this lifestyle, and this allows you to coast even if you lose all your clients and go to zero. So you always want to plan for that as well. Worst case situation is you're at zero with $30,000 to $100,000 plus saved up, coasting for a few months while hunting for a new client. Okay, so this is the most important thing. And also, by the way, once you have a good saved up amount, you can then go into different business models that are like more difficult, like SaaS, for example. Software as a service is an excellent model, but you don't want to start doing it. You don't want to start in that model because there's expenses. You have to hire developers. You have to, um, the developer has to keep doing, improving the product. They always have to update it. It's a cost. And then there's also the fact that you have to market it, and then acquisition, customer acquisition. Then you have to, you know, you have to have many customers. Also, you have to have like 100. If you're doing like $50 a month for something, then you have to have 100 customers, and it's not likely that all of them are going to stay every single month. So there will be churn, and when customers churn, then you have a loss of revenue. So you have to, you get to pursue those types of business models. Those are better, but only once you have a safety net of this client income, right? So this is important. Um, so yeah, this is the way to do it. So what do you consult on? Okay, so the best type of consulting to start with is B2B, business to business. So it's easy to find the business with B2B. You can find the business by going like to Google and just searching businesses, or like go to Yellow Pages or whatever the fuck. You can go to what other websites? Monta.com. There's so many different websites where you can like find businesses to pitch services, right? And what kind of business consulting should you sell? Okay, so the easiest type of business is a business that you know well. If you've been employed in a certain business, you know a lot about the business is about that business just from working in that industry, right? So you know headaches, pains, frustrations, and problems that people deal with in that business. Okay, so you have to know the industry, you know that business well, then you can do consulting in that business. I went into helping financial clients who help small businesses get funding, because that was an industry that I worked in for a few months, and I know the pain points well. And also, those clients have a lot of money because they're in the financial services industry, so that those guys make like so much money just from money moving around, right? Um, it's like they help small businesses get loans for their business, right? So, like, my clients, when they sell a business loan to one of these people, one of these business owners, they would make like 10 to 12% commission on a deal, maybe even 15% commission. It was crazy. And the loan sizes can be like up to $500,000. So you're making like 10% on $500,000. That's like $50,000 just from one phone call that they make, right? So for them, it made sense to hire me to help them get leads to find these customers, right? Because it's a saturated industry. Everyone's trying to do it in New York and all these other places. So for them, it made sense to hire me for a decent amount that I could charge them. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. On this is the how you do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go over. Um, I'm gonna go over my page here. This is basically me talking about this thing. I'm gonna show you some of the videos like of me doing like random shit while making like money and just like messing around. And you have to understand that you can do this too. It's important to understand that you don't have to be wage slaving away for peanuts at some job. Um, Here's me at a sushi restaurant. So here's me. So here they cut the sushi like right in front of you, and they give you fresh sushi. Like it's fresh. And this was like a fancy restaurant, sushi restaurant in Roppongi or something. Roppongi was a neighborhood in Japan. And this was a business class flight on Cathay Pacific to Hong Kong. All right, so I was the only guy there. I was the only guy in the business class. So yeah, that was business class on Cathay Pacific. This was in Tall Volcano when I went with that chick. It's kind of you can see there's like mist everywhere and shit. It's crazy. That volcano is now blocked off because it erupted and now it's all messed up over there. So you can't go there anymore. Here's me in Jakarta, Indonesia. It's crazy, right? It's my fancy penthouse in fucking Jakarta. Met some chick. Met some chicks over there. Smashed some girls over there. Yeah, so that was in Jakarta. This is a girl who's like cooking for me. The same girl from Tala Volcano. She's like cooking for me. Okay, so um yeah, so by the way, this is me in Brazil or something or Philippines or something. Buying some sunglasses. And here's me in Osaka riding a bike around during like afternoon or some shit.
Welcome to the concrete jungle that is Osaka. It is a concrete jungle park. A lot of trees.
So just like messing around, like whatever, right? And then this is me on a day with a Vietnamese chick. This is like my intro video, whatever. It's like funny. And this is me in like Thailand or some shit like that. With some chick.
Are you gonna? You did that. You did that.
So yeah, this is me in like Sao Paulo. In a nice, it was a sick apartment. That apartment was sick. I love that.
Very nice.
It had like a glass fucking balcony.
Oh, you tried it.
I was near the Ibirapuera Park over there in Sao Paulo. That was pretty sick. And then this is Florianopolis. So yeah, like it's possible to do all this stuff. You just have to get a consulting client and make 5K a month per client or 3K a month at least per client, and you can make it. Here is my TikTok actually, where I was like just posting me in like all these different places, like Osaka. Here's me in Osaka, Japan. Yeah, so that this is my I go by a different name over there. It's like Alex Sandusky. But this is my TikTok. You guys can check this out. It's alex.sandusky for my TikTok. It has like a bunch of travel videos, but not like everything. I only started making like travel videos like in like 2023 or some 2024 or some shit like that. So it has a few countries that I visited, not all of them. Here's me in like Tokyo, doing some stupid shit. Um, Playing darts. While everyone is working, I'm at this place playing darts. Right? Basically messing around, basically. So yeah, if you're trying to do this, um, I have a I have a website here where I have something that will teach you exactly how to do it. This is called the High Ticket Client Blueprint. Okay, so High Ticket Client Blueprint. This page is in my products page. I will link to it in the description and in the linked comment, the pinned comment. Um, this is like a course that'll show you exactly how to do what I'm doing. and it'll show you exactly like how to get a client who's going to pay you a high ticket amount and a recurring amount so that you can immediately leave and just stay abroad all the time, and you don't have to return back to the West. Okay, so this is like all of the stuff. It shows you, I'll even include all my sales calls from my consulting business that I'm running, right? All my sales calls, tons of sales calls. You'll be able to, have access to real sales calls that have closed clients for $5,000 a month. You'll have access to my marketing funnel that I used to close those clients. You can model it after that marketing funnel. You can, I will show you exactly how to go from like zero to 5K a month and beyond in that business course. And if you're interested in this, come to this page and then click the join the program waitlist, and then enter your name here and enter your email, join the waitlist, and then that's it. And the program will launch. But first you have to join the waitlist, so that's pretty much it. So it's on my page as well as on my website, autopilotdates.com/products. You go to products, you will see this product in our repertoire. It is the one here at the bottom, right here, Ready Remote Bro. Okay. Become a digital nomad, start a high-ticket business, meet women worldwide. Escape the West by starting an online business that lets you work remotely and date foreign women in random countries all around the world. In this course, I show you exactly how I escaped the West by starting a high-ticket consulting business and show you step by step how to go from $0 to $5,000 a month. Alright, so that's pretty much it. You click there and that takes you to the page, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video.